Live from the Jersey Shore to the world. Get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Take the show wherever you go. Download the free Radio Pup app for your smartphone or tablet. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. 7:08. Friday. It's Friday. 43 degrees, getting up to 61 today. Please don't pay attention to the weekend weather because you're not going to like it. Just maybe if you close your eyes and go back to sleep, it won't happen. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310 News Talk Radio. Streaming live on the Radio Pup app and WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160. We are joined on the phone now by Diane Redzinak from Insectropolis. Good morning, Diane.
Good morning, Jeremy.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. I have not been able to stop talking about Insectropolis since Wednesday night.
Oh, you were there on Wednesday? That's awesome.
We were there on Wednesday for night for the Chamber of Commerce for networking, wine, Italian food, and bugs.
Yep.
It was and a live band. I forgot the live band. It was fantastic. We had a blast. So why don't you tell everybody about Insectropolis? What is it all about?
Insectropolis is an insect learning center here in Toms River on Route 9. We have thousands of pin specimens, hundreds of live bugs, interactive exhibits. We host field trips, fundraisers, overnight birthday parties. We do a little bit of everything, but we're just hoping to, educate people about insects and letting them know that they're pretty cool.
What, you do overnights? What does that mean?
Well, we have scouts that sleep overnight. We actually have one happening this weekend. So, sometimes the scouts have like camp outs or camp ins. So we host them. So,
and do you ever mess with them?
No, absolutely.
Dead bugs.
I mean, you're in, if I was sleeping in Insectropolis, first of all, I would have to have 12 my pillows. Okay, that'd be number one. I'd have to have lots of pillows, and I think I would probably be itching all night long.
Oh, no, you were there, so you know that the place is not creepy.
I know.
That's exactly what we're trying. Our mission is to let people know that, bugs, everybody knows all about, the creepy bugs that movies make seem like
right.
They're out to get you, or the bad news about bugs. But bugs are beautiful and they're fascinating. So, I mean, if you were to sleep over, it would not be a scary experience.
Well, cool. Listen, you already changed my opinion this week, because if somebody had told me that I would have gone to a networking event and had such a good time, I would have shaken my head and said it's not happening. So we had a great time on Wednesday night. So what would you say is the coolest? What's the coolest exhibit there? What's the thing that you're most proud of?
Well, the whole museum we're really proud of, but what most people enjoy are touching the bugs. We do touch presentations when people are there. You didn't get to experience that on
right.
Wednesday. But, so when a visitor comes through, they'll get to go through, explore the museum, and then usually we do 20-minute, 25-minute touch presentations where we take out a few of the live bugs. They get to see them up close, ask questions. We discuss how they're similar, how they're different, and they get to touch them. So for most people, touching a tarantula is pretty phenomenal.
Right. That is cool. So when you see, does the average kid who comes in there, they probably don't realize what place kind of insects play in the ecosystem, right? Is that kind of the aha moment for them, or what do you think the greatest educational piece is?
I think most kids are naturally fascinated by insects and they're not creeped out by them. The biggest thing is parents. I mean, adults think that bugs are terrible and they're all fixated on, getting rid of them at their house or something. But for parents, they go, wow, they are very important. So that's really fighting that perception is our biggest issue.
Right. And so you're here to tell us today that we should all just get along. humans, bugs, et cetera, right? And so did I hear? I was actually talking to someone about it the other day that a number of a lot of what you guys actually have there has actually been kind of gathered locally.
Some of it has, not a lot of it, because people can go outside and see the local bugs outside. So some of our summertime exhibits of live bugs are, local native species, but the majority of our specimens are exotics because people don't get to go to Indonesia to see the beautiful butterflies or the beetles,
Right. Right. And so what was the original idea here? I mean, who had the idea? What was kind of the launching point of putting this together?
Well, there's a long story and there's a short story. So the short story is my brother-in-law, when he had his daughter, was out trying to do, family things with her that were educational and realized there was nothing in this area. Well, there are things in this area, but not a lot of things.
Right.
And the long story is, his family, the Kerner family, owns Ozane Pest Control, and they've been in business for a very long time. He grew up with the business, but he was always fascinated by insects as opposed to, the extermination side.
Right.
So I guess in looking for something to do with his daughter, he had gone to a stone museum out in Monroe Township. And that museum was run by a mason who just happened to really like rocks and, put on this museum on the back of his property. So he had this, epiphany. We could do that. Ozane could open Insectropolis and show people all of the benefits of insects as opposed to, just the negative aspects.
Right.
As well as give back to have family fun and, have a place where families can go that's affordable and educational.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. My wife asked me when I got home on Wednesday, she said, so should we take the kids? Because we hadn't been yet. And I was like, absolutely. We have to go and get the full tour because it was super cool, right? And there were people walking through. And again, this was not a guided tour. And I'm sure from what I've heard, the guided tour is, 37 times better. But just walking through, I mean, I saw people walking through like 5, 6, 10 times just to to go through it again and to kind of get a better understanding of everything that you guys have educationally to offer there.
Yeah, you definitely, it is something you have to take in. I don't want to say multiple times, but people aren't expecting what they see when they come in. So, and it's multi-level. So really it was designed for anyone of any interest level, whether you're afraid of bugs or you're a diehard entomologist, there's something to read and look at. So, the more you go around, the more you see.
Right. And so I want to ask you after the break, actually, I'd like you to kind of walk me through what a birthday party looks like. Because, I know that we have parents that are probably listening right now that little Johnny and little Susie, they can never figure out. They want to do something different, right? Because everybody's looking for something different, something unique, something unusual to do for little Johnny and little Susie. And it's always like, okay, well, we could do a gymnastics party or we could do, something with a bounce house or something like that. Insectropolis is a great alternative, right? So can we talk about that when we get back?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Diane Redzinak, Group Coordinator, Insectropolis, back after this.
Rush Limbaugh today at noon. More Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin coming up next. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Now, back to Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310 and WOBMAM.com.
We are back with Diane Redzinak, Group Coordinator of Insectropolis here in Toms River. So, Diane, walk us through what does a birthday party look like? How do you do that?
Birthday parties, the children as well as the adults get escorted through the museum with a member of our staff. And, it's still educational but fun, more fun than a school trip. And they touch bugs along the way. And then there's time in our party room.
That's cool. And so how many visitors a year on average do you guys think you get? Or, how do you break it down?
Well, it's definitely seasonal. You know, in the springtime, we have more, field trips coming through. In the summertime, there's lots of tourists, families, camps. I would say, tens of thousands of people throughout the year.
Wow. And, okay, so that's fantastic. Tell me where people can learn more about Insectropolis. Do you guys have a website? Do you guys have something interactive that people can preview before they come out to you?
Our website would be the best overview, and that's www.insectropolis.com. And, stopping by. That would really be the best bet.
And what's your address again?
It's 1761 Route 9. It's just north of Church Road.
Okay. And if someone wanted to book a party or do something like that, could they do that online too?
You can't do that online yet. You can call. The number is 732-349-7090, and you're talking to me. Usually I'm the one answering and booking everything.
Diane, that is fantastic. And I'll just throw in a plug real quick. Ozane, also, you guys do exterminating and pest control, etc. And frankly, I'll throw in my personal endorsement. You guys handle all the properties that we own are Ozane approved. So we are big fans of everything that you guys are doing.
Well, thank you. That's great. We're big fans of yours.
Well, thank you, Diane. Thank you so much for spending some time and dropping some knowledge and dispelling some of the myths about the evils that bugs perpetrate on society.
All right. You're welcome.
All right.
Have a good day.
Have a great day now.
All right. Take care.
All right. Great. Diane Redzinak, group coordinator from Insectropolis, on the line with us this morning. So I'll tell you what, we had to have her on because I was blown away by that event on Wednesday night. Lots of fun. I want to touch for a second on Adam LaRoche. Now, Adam LaRoche, baseball player. All right? Chicago White Sox. So here's the story, if you haven't heard about this. So 14-year-old son Drake, right? Apparently Drake spent a lot of time in the clubhouse. Like Drake was always there, which is cool. I mean, listen, I have a 14-year-old son, and honestly, I always want to hang out with my son because he's like he's my best friend. He really is.
Yeah, of course.
Right? He's cool, and we watch games together, and we do stuff together, and he's awesome. And if I was a baseball player, I would definitely want my kid hanging out with me as much as he could.
Definitely.
Right? Okay. But if daddy's job is to play baseball, then I don't know that, the son should be there all the time. Right? Occasionally it's cool. Hey, you want to come to the clubhouse today? Maybe once a week, for a couple hours. We do our thing, stop in, say hello, whatever. Come to batting practice. That's fine. Apparently Drake was there more. Anyway, the brass of the White Sox was like, yeah, you're there an awful lot. We would like you to scale back how much Drake is spending time in the clubhouse and with the team. And so Adam LaRoche made a decision. The decision was to retire so he could spend more time with his family. Totally within his bounds. Enjoy that. Walked out on a $13 million contract. Got to respect the guy. On the other hand, kudos to the White Sox. Listen, this is a work environment, right? You got to. There's a level of which which you need to be at. You can't always bring your kid to work with you. I think everyone listening to me right now, they know they can't bring their kids to work with them every day.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
And for that kind of money.
Yeah, for that kind of money, you could probably find something else for young Drake to do productively. Oh, by the way, Adam LaRoche hit .207 last year with 12 homers and 44 RBIs. Probably wasn't that hard to have that conversation with him. And they probably aren't that sad that he's walking out on a $13 million contract. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, back after this.
The news never stops at WOBMAM.com. Get the latest from WOBM News, the Town Square, New Jersey News Network, and Fox News Radio. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBMAM 1160 and 1310.